Hello class, it's your instructor Shawnee Calhoun. Welcome to Online Anatomy and Physiology class. This tutorial will take you on a quick tour of our Blackboard course page and show you how to complete assignments and take exams, etc. So to begin, you will be brought in when you log in on this home page, and on the home page you always want to check the announcements area. It will only show announcements that were posted in the last 7 days, but you can always click more announcements to see announcements that were made prior to 7 days ago. Also, not sure what else we have here on this home page. I think you can customize it, so I believe I allowed it to do that, so you should be able to add modules and things like that, or do the customized page so that you can add some of your own content if you want to. And there may be alerts that come in having to do with due dates and things like that. And it probably looks a little different on my end than it does on yours, since I'm the instructor and you're the student. Okay, next let's look at the course information area. In the course information area, you've just got this, quick welcome, introduction. There's my email address. The getting started area, you'll need to read through all of this. We'll let you know the basics of how this course is going to work and what you should do to get started. Then, very important, we have the syllabus. Make sure that you read through, especially if this is your first time logging on and starting up in this course. You definitely want to read the getting started, read the syllabus slowly and carefully to make sure that you get all of the details of what's involved in the class, the materials that are required for the class, and so on. And if you have any questions, please contact me. Also, it's important in the syllabus is the schedule, and I do recommend printing the schedule out and keeping it near your computer. If you go, I have Firefox, you may be using a different browser, but I think they're all basically the same. You can go up and select print and print the whole syllabus, or you can see which pages this schedule will cover and then just print those pages out. I have one on my computer desk so that I can also make sure to follow along with the due dates and give you guys updates and reminders on all of that. So the schedule is very important. Also found in course information, we have the introductions discussion board, and this is for when you first have logged on to the course and are getting started. After the course is underway, we won't be using this discussion board anymore, but it is a requirement. I do need all students to complete this introduction. It's basically the way that I know you're participating in the course. You're going to come here and basically check in and introduce yourself. I do have to turn in attendance sheets over to the university, and this is how I'm going to determine if you are attending initially, is by you completing this introduction. So please, after you've read over the syllabus and everything, come over and do your introduction if you have not already. To complete it, you will click on the title, Introductions, and it will bring you over here. You can see some students have already completed theirs. You click Create Thread, and then it's basically like composing an email. You just put the subject, you can put your name or whatever you want there for the subject, and then just type in your introduction here. Tell me and the class a little about yourself, and click Submit. I also added, oops, it jumped us over to discussion board. Let me go back to course information. I also added a questions discussion forum just so we have an area where you can post general questions about the course that maybe other students might be having the same question. So instead of having you send that to my email and maybe I get a bunch of duplicate questions from multiple students on the same topic, this way a student could post that question here, I will answer it, and maybe other students that had the same question will then, be clicking on there to post it and actually see, oh, another student asked that same thing and there's the answer. And so it's just a nice tool to have. So feel free to use this to ask questions about the course, about course content, not personal questions. So of course those will be sent to my email. It's the same thing as the other forum. To post in a discussion forum, you have to click create thread, and then it just basically looks like composing an email after that. Okay, so we were done with course information. So the next menu area is learning activities. Of course, this is probably the most important area in the course. And I'm still working on updates and creating exams in some of the other weeks. So right now you just have week 1 and week 2 available to you. The other weeks will become available soon or in the coming weeks as needed. But let's just go through week 1 and look at the details of what's involved. So you've got your week 1 message, especially because it's the first week. There's just a little bit of additional information to let you know how the course is going to work and so on. And then there'll always be a weekly plan just to summarize everything that is due that week. And then the course material, assignments, etc. are divided into learning activities. So learning activity 1 is to read the syllabus, to watch this course tutorial, and to complete the lab safety reinforcement agreement. So I have the instructions here. Please read over the syllabus, please watch this tutorial, and then please complete this lab safety agreement. The lab safety agreement, you just open or download the file onto your computer and read through the lab safety. If you want to initial or check mark here next to each one, you can. Then when you get to the bottom, go ahead and type in your name and the date. You will save it on your computer. I prefer all assignments in this course to be submitted as either RTF, which is rich text format, and that can be used by a variety of different operating systems, different versions of Microsoft Word and so on, or a PDF is always a great format as well, because it can work with both your Apple systems as well as your desktop PC systems. I cannot open some of the other programs that sometimes students submit work in. So RTF, PDF, or .doc, .docx, those are fine as well. So you will fill that out and save it on your computer, and then to turn it in, you come back here and click the name, the kind of title of the activity there, and you do write submission. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. I don't think you need to do write submission. Yeah, you don't need to do anything here. Unless you wanted to put a note to me about something, write submission is actually not necessary. You could just jump straight to browse my computer. That will open up where you can attach that file. So you're going to have attached that lab safety info form onto your computer somewhere, and then you're going to attach it here, and then you're going to click submit, and then it will be viewable by me, and I will grade it and give you the points for that. Okay, let's go back to week 1 and see what else you have. So learning activity 2 is going to be your lecture PowerPoint. I highly recommend that you view these. It's kind of up to you if you want to do them first as a prelim introduction before you read the chapter, or if you want to read the chapter first and then use the lecture PowerPoints, as a overview, a review, however you want to use them. But they are nice. They have all pictures and definitely overview of the information. I think they do not stand alone, though. You do still need the textbook as well to get the details. The PowerPoints are more like an outline or overview. Then you've got the learning activities, question sets. Okay, so these are assignments. These are worth points that there's 14 of them in the whole course. They are really important. They help you learn the material. They help prepare you for the exams. So make sure that you are completing these every week. And week 1 is pretty heavy because we actually have 3 question sets that are due in week 1. So it's kind of the same thing that I just showed you up above with this lab safety. You will click on the file to open or save it to your computer, and then you will complete the assignment here. And this one happens to be partial, multiple choice, and then essay. Most of the time they are short answer or kind of not so much essay, but write-in answers. So you will complete and answer the questions, save it on your computer, again in either the RTF that I've provided or PDF format. Then you will, when you're ready to turn it in, you click the title and you attach by doing the browse my computer and click submit, and then I will be able to view and grade that assignment. And if you want to know how it will be graded, you have the grading rubric there available for you. Okay, so the rest of week 1 kind of continues like that. You have, with each learning activity, you have the PowerPoints. Some of the chapters do have these really nice animations with them. I definitely recommend watching the animations to help you learn the material as well. And then the question sets. Again, the chapter PowerPoint, animations, question set. Like I said, week 1 is pretty heavy with 3 question sets. Most of the other weeks don't have nearly as many question sets, usually 2 per week, and then 1 lab per week as well. So for the lab, here's get it open here. Here's the answer sheet that you will complete the lab on. So you will write in, type in your answers here, and again you will save it on your computer so that you can then submit that completed lab to me. How do you know what in the world all that's about, how to answer those questions? Well, I have a link to the lab manual here with the pages. You have this lab manual as well. It's part of your lab pack lab kit. Notice for some of the labs you will need household items. Usually I'll try to list them here so that you don't go sit down to do the lab and then realize, oh no, I have to go to the store and buy this. So, kind of plan ahead and look ahead and make sure that you do check out that material list before you're ready to complete the lab so that you do have materials on hand. Not everything is included in the lab pack. There are some items that the student must provide. A lot of things that you probably already have around the house, like a knife, a marker, a measuring cup. But sometimes maybe you don't have any potatoes, or you don't have a chicken leg or a chicken wing or things like that. So just keep that in mind. And then here's your exam. So the exams, you just again click on the title and it will give you instructions for the exam, and then you click begin and it will take you into the exam. I'm not going to do that, but that's there. So learning activity is very important. The link for your lab manuals here, I'm not going to take you there because it might take a minute to open. It's kind of a big file. You also have built-in resources in Blackboard, student resources and tools. I don't know that they have tutoring for anatomy, but they do have that available for other subjects. So that was your quick tutorial. I look forward to being your online teacher.